not want to stay around a woman like that. You young children, when you see that, you should make the proper evaluation about the circumstance between your parents and go on with your life from that. You do not owe loyalty to your mother when you can see that she is a wicked ass woman, and you can compliment that she had yourself, and you can say to yourself, I know why Pops didn't want to stay around her filthy ass. Well, that being the circumstances of my personal occurrence, it's not just limited to me. I see it all around. I can tell you my whole life of how I grew up watching. When I was a kid, I'd see the man get in his car across the street and go to work. As soon as he gone, this bitch bringing somebody else in the house. Because we have a society that give you desperate housewives and make you believe that these type of behaviors are acceptable. And they're not. Because they only create a society like the society that we have right now, a society induced from white man violence and conduced of white man violence. They're using every ounce of life force that come to the earth from our supreme creator God or goddess, who wants us to be down here with commodities and sustainment that the universe gives us all the time, so we can all have experiences and become better gods and goddesses and return to our true God source. But no, we have to deal with this bullshit. Let's go watch it. After they lied and did the Boston bombing, this was the whole objective was. Let me show you what they want.
But it was never meant that we would have this gigantic police force from the federal government. I mean, we had martial law out there. FBI, all these agents coming in.
This is the guy right here. I tell you guys, is always behind Obama. All the time. Okay? All the time he's behind Obama. Alright? So what I'm trying to say to you is you always see these white faces in the background hiding behind Obama, telling him what to do, and then everybody's looking at the black man as being the bad man. See, this is what they do. They always want to give you a scapegoat, somebody to turn your eyes and your attention toward, the people that's victimized, okay? The women and the men that's so victimized by these guys are the ones who always have to be held responsible. I'm not trying to hold the women responsible. I'm just trying to show the women how they were misled by these white men into becoming hoes and tramps. Anytime you got a husband and you don't mind taking your panties off fucking some other man, destroying the relationship between him and his children because you caused all that bullshit, because you couldn't be a good wife and a good mother. So now you got children growing up raised by this bitch, and she don't really have time for them because she's too busy out trying to find men to fuck her. And that's what they do. They fuck her and keep going. When she had a husband, but she wants variety because she's been taught that that's okay from Desperate Housewives. And before Desperate Housewives, there was Sex in the City. And it's all from these white men who has read books and know what to do to keep decadence about and to keep separatism from people and to make sure, oh no, you're not taking your ass in the park feeding no one. So these motherfuckers got to be killed, and all that brainwashing got to be removed from, well, once these old ass bitches get out of the picture, something needs to be implemented where these young kids that grow up can grow up with some responsible mothers that's not going to be sitting around sucking on cigarettes in front of them or drinking beer or talking about how many men she done fucked and all that stupid shit. Even talking to your daughter and encouraging her to be a slut like you. All this ridiculous stuff needs to be removed off the earth. That's why these starships are here. These starships are not going to help the people that they know are degenerates because you're being educated foolishly to worship a white guy. You done overlooked the sun. And I'm sure the sun is not going to save your ass from you. This is you. All you people who listen to these people and let them educate you are not going to do anything but perpetuate their agendas. So the sun is not going to save you. The sun is not here to save anyone. The sun is here to see who wants to save themselves. The people who buy the green light is going to show to the sun, I've been listening to your prophet. I understand what's going on. I brought my green light. Please take me to another realm of time and space where I don't have to deal with all this bullshit anymore. I am not a woman that smokes cigarettes, drink alcohol, and pull my panties off to every man that can buy me a drink or to any man that's just available. I do not wait until my husband go to work and fuck his brother or his nephew. All right, I do not use propaganda and bullshit policies out of my mouth to make my children hate their father, who I know for a fact was the best thing I ever had. I just didn't know how to appreciate it. And now that he doesn't want to have a fucking thing to do to me, with me, what do? I keep dissension between him and his children, when I know his children should have every right to be with the responsible daddy that I know he is. I was the fuck up degenerate. But no, since I got my head fucked up by these guys who telling me that I'm superior, but I'm not shit because I'm a woman, but I'm superior because he was a nigger that I had babies from. And even though they don't like that, they would still give me support to help me put this nigger in jail, which she would have did if I would have stayed in this town, putting up with they bullshit of, no, you can't have a job and all that shit. They would have arrested me and put me in jail for child support, not paying child support. When look what they do. Okay, look at them. All right, they putting us in jail for making circumstances where it's hard for us to fend for ourselves. They the ones who sent all those jobs to Mexico, and this is why. Now this is Boston after the marathon bombing. See, going door to door. This is what they're trying to set up, the right to be able to do this shit. This is what they want to do. They will make all the crime scenarios happen so that they can do this shit. Look, white men with guns. Look, do you see the significance of their white, melanated, recessive ass skin? This is all they can do. This is all they can do. This is all they've ever. This is nothing but a takeoff of Roman soldiers. Back in the day, these bastards were walking around with swords and chopping blocks. Okay, they went around the world and said every place they went of the land of us black people who was loving and divine and had our families, taking care of our family. We had moments together where we didn't have to run off working on 8 hours a day away from our homes to make white people rich. No, we all lived in our villages right in the confines of our forest or our jungle. They call us jungle buddies, bunnies. Like it was, you know, we jungle bunnies, like for some reason they came into this realm of time and space without having to live in the jungle. They're so wise and so smart that we just came out with books in schools and no, you didn't. Your ass was born under the same circumstances that us black people were living millions of years in harmony. You had the best position on earth because you were born to some melanated, wise people, unlike this guy now. And you see, he's just one of them now. They even converted him into a murderer. But you guys were born with melanated people who had good hearts. And even though we knew that you was melanin deficient and everything, we still gave your ass a chance to culture and become the terrorist that you are right now. You know that those uniforms are synonymous with the uniforms that the cops had on in the park, forbidding people to feed one another. So go figure. Why would you take money from the taxpayers only to buy uniforms and militia equipment, military ammunition, guns, to come out and harass the people and tell them that they are out of pocket or they are committing a crime because they are doing the God-given deed of feeding the people? They're listening to the sun, and the sun is saying, fix your problem on your earth, take care of one another. And the people that want to do that is constantly combated by the people who created the problem. Okay, this is bullshit. That's all it is. It's a bunch of tyranny bullshit that needs to be eradicated. So I've come in with the light ships. My biggest objective is to destroy the governments on this planet. I'm going to let you know that right now. Okay? When these bastards start moving around the earth and everything, they're not going to tell you on the news what's happening, but I'm going to tell you right now. Their ships are going to be sunk as they come across the ocean. Their planes are going to be falling out of the sky. They're going to be shooting each other. The problem is that there's so much wickedness in America that some of these motherfuckers are going to make it. Because they are seriously diligent about having that whole... Let me explain to you what's going on. Those are not just Russian soldiers coming over here. You're going to have a combination of Italy, Russia, France, Germany. All those white people in Europe are coming over here to kill white people as well as black people here in America. Okay, because they want this soil. And this soil has always been theirs. The problem is you white people never took advantage of anything itself, your ability and your privilege to hate black people and drink alcohol and eat dead animals and smoke cigarettes and worship your dead ass white God. That's all you've done. Is murdered all the black people you can, destroyed all the wildlife that you can, filled your head up with all the foolish propagandas of worshiping a dead white man, didn't even invite the white woman, and then drinking alcohol constantly and smoking cigarettes. That's all you guys have done. And then go work those stupid ass jobs that keep the power that be in control. Alright, so this stuff has come on the earth, and it's turned the earth into a big ass cesspool. And this shit you're looking at right now will continue forever on the earth as long as you have these albino mutanoids walking around here that can find them a gun. Otherwise, they ain't gonna do shit. But once they can get all together with their little friends, and then when they not in these uniforms, they fucking and sucking on each other, alright? This faggot shit all over the planet. But you can get them all together to put this shit on and go around the world and harass people. And then while they're harassing people, keeping people broke, you got the dumbass niggas that think they something, and you ain't shit. It's like, how can you think that you are that when you can see the only thing you do is be evil as hell and drink alcohol all day and smoke cigarettes and eat dead animals? It's such a waste of the minds of people that these motherfuckers right here are able to flourish and do well, because the black people who should be together and go out here and snipe these bitches and take their shit and go get some more soldiers and build up a militia to fight this that's coming here, we don't even have enough unity where we can sit around each other without one motherfucker whispering. Okay, they done taught us to be that divided. Always gotta whisper something about somebody. You know what I'm saying? I don't whisper shit about no one. I come straight out and put everything I have to put on YouTube so the whole world can hear it. And if I have to get in fights with dumbass black people and all that stupid shit because of your jealousy and your weakness, because you listen to other people and you just a dumbass, then so be it. You know? It just makes me really upset when I think about the fact that out of all the white people in this town, the people I have to get into altercations with always got to be dumbass black people. Okay? The white people hear what I'm saying and they know it to be true. They accept it. But because of jealousy of other niggas, they want to sit around and instigate trouble and start things where people end up getting in a fight. I'm going to make sure that that light ship get both of you motherfuckers. Know that. Guaranteed. I'm going to make your ass impotent with those bad feet too. And your ass is going to age rapidly too. I've been thinking about it. You're not getting away with that because you wise enough to know your ass is going to age rapidly too. And your ass is going to be impotent too. So the next time you want to make some remark about get your tail from between your legs, I want you to know something. Some of us is just wise. And we know that fighting never solves any problem. Especially fighting with some idiot that's just going to go find himself another fight somewhere else either. So all you got to do is, it's not having your leg between your tail. It's just that you wise. And you got to be above the idiocy of these uneducated people on earth, because they will have you fucked up and in jail too with these cracker-ass judges who would love to put you in prison. So regardless to what them stupid motherfuckers say, you got to have some self-knowledge and some self-reliance and some resilience to listen to their stupid shit and know that eventually justice is going to serve them a big old dish of their own stupid shit that they've been sending out. So it hasn't come to the full climax yet, but when all this shit start going down, hitting the fan really, really hard, I hope that you are one of the people who thought real hard and let somebody assume that your tail is between your legs, because that's their ignorance. But the main thing about it is, you go ahead and let your tail be between your legs if that's what they want to believe. But when these soldiers come around and start killing people, you dumbass niggas that's going to be locked up in these white man jails because you couldn't think and you caused altercations with other black people who you should have been teaming up with to build a stronghold to fight these guys, because they're coming here to kill black men and black women and before they get to the white people. And those of you that's in the prisons, they're going to kill you first. They're not going to be killing people out on the streets to take the streets back in the houses and think they're going to still keep spending money and man hours and manpower to house your ass in the prison. Bullshit. They're going to kill you. So the biggest thing that every person on the earth should be trying to avoid right now is going to prison. Guess who was trying to do that? Me. And then they put your dumb ass up in this house with me, and that's what you want to do. Create a circumstance for me